You know that feeling when you're just drowning in busy work? That sense that your entire week is getting swallowed by a million tiny little tasks? Well, today we're talking about a new kind of AI that's basically a life raft. And no, we're not just talking about an AI that can answer your questions, we're talking about an AI that can actually do the work for you.
Does this sound familiar? I mean, this is the kind of command that usually kicks off a week of pure manual grind. You know, jumping between a dozen tabs, copying and pasting data, drafting the same email over and over. It's the definition of busy work. But what if you could just say this, walk away, and it just gets done?
And that right there is the huge shift we're talking about. For years, AI has been about getting information. AI agents? Totally different ballgame. They don't just give you the answer, they take action. This is the leap from just knowing what to do to actually doing it. Okay, so let's really dive into this. We're going to explore how we're moving from a world where AI is a search engine to a world where AI is an employee. So, what is an AI agent, really? Well, here's the official definition. The keywords you got to focus on are autonomous and pursue goals. See, this means you don't give it a step-by-step to-do list. You give it an objective, a goal, and it figures out how to get there. It uses its own ability to reason, plan, and then act in the digital world. To make this whole idea feel a little less, abstract, let's use a really powerful analogy that the tech industry itself is starting to run with.
Yeah, instead of thinking about an AI agent as just another app on your phone, start thinking of it as a digital worker, a brand new teammate you can delegate tasks to, one that can collaborate with you or even with other agents and just execute complex stuff from start to finish.
And look, this isn't some niche idea. All the big players are singing from the same hymn sheet here. Whether it's Google, IBM, Microsoft, or OpenAI, the language is all the same. They pursue goals, they plan workflows, they complete multi-step actions. It's clear, the era of the digital worker is officially here.
So how does this digital worker, work? What's actually going on under the hood that lets it do all this cool stuff? Let's pop the hood and take a look inside the agent's mind.
Okay, so at its core, an agent has 5 main parts that work together. First, you've got the brain. That's the powerful language model that lets it think and reason. Then, you give it a persona, which defines its job. Is it a friendly customer service bot or a serious data analyst? Next up, and this is so crucial, you give it a toolkit. This is access to all the apps and tools it needs. It's also got a memory, so it can remember past conversations. And finally, based on all that, it creates a plan to actually get the job done. Let's zoom in on that toolkit for a second, because this is what gives an agent its superpowers. It's not just stuck inside a chat window. It can have access to your CRM, your email, your spreadsheets, search engines, even your company's private databases. This is how it actually reaches out and interacts with the world to get things done. And how does it use all those tools? It doesn't just wing it. It uses a clever strategy called task decomposition. Basically, it takes a huge, messy goal, like handle this week's leads, and it breaks it down into a logical series of small, bite-sized steps. It's a planner, just like a great human project manager. All right, so this all sounds amazing in theory, right? But where are these things actually being used today? Let's switch gears from the how to the what for, and look at some real-world examples. Google Cloud gives us this really neat breakdown of where agents are being put to work. You've got your obvious ones like customer service and employee support, but you also see them in data analysis, creative fields, coding, and even security. It really shows you how flexible this technology is. And Microsoft gives us some super specific corporate examples. Just imagine an IT agent that handles help desk tickets all on its own, or a finance agent that reconciles invoices without a human ever touching it. This isn't science fiction anymore. Companies are deploying this stuff right now.
But hey, this isn't just for giant corporations with teams of developers. And that's the key takeaway here. You don't need to be a programmer. Tools like Zapier agents are built for everybody, letting you create these powerful automations just by describing what you want in plain English. No code needed.
So the big question is, why is this all happening right now? I mean, AI has been around for a bit. What's changed that suddenly made this technology blow up?
Well, the second half of 2025 is really the tipping point. It's been this rapid-fire series of huge releases. You've got OpenAI making its ChatGPT agent available to everyone, Microsoft massively expanding its Copilot universe, and GitHub launching a new hub just for coding agents. It's like a perfect storm of power and accessibility.
And that's really the bottom line.
2025 is going to be remembered as the year AI agents finally broke out of the research lab. They became consumer-ready through tools like ChatGPT, business-ready through platforms like Microsoft's, and for the first time, widely distributed to millions of people all at once.
Okay, this is probably the #1 question on everyone's mind. This stuff sounds complicated, so you must have to be a developer to build one, right?
And the answer, thankfully, is a big fat no. Not anymore. The game-changing shift is the rise of these no-code platforms. Tools from all the major players now let you create incredibly powerful, custom agents just by using simple, natural language.
All right, let's tackle the two elephants in the room. First, jobs. The general consensus is that agents won't replace people, but they will absolutely 100% replace repetitive tasks. This actually frees up humans to focus on strategy, creativity, the fun stuff. And second, are they safe? Yes, because these platforms are being built with guardrails, like making sure an agent asks for permission or having a human approve a key step. You're always in control.
So, you're ready to start playing around with this? Where do you begin? Well, here's a quick starter pack. You can try the ChatGPT agent for general research and simple automation. Check out Claude for tasks that need some really deep reasoning. Use Zapier agents to connect all your different apps, or look into Copilot for very specific business tasks. So the technology is here. The tools are getting easier to use every single day. Your new digital teammate is basically ready and waiting for its first assignment. The only question left is, what's the very first piece of busy work you're going to delegate?